Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the Ballistic Advantage Hanson Performance Series 16-inch barrel, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is one of the best barrels on the market coming up. So stick around. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel, and if you like this kind of content, you should subscribe because you're an awesome patriot and that's just what you do. All right, so getting into the barrel. Yeah, I think this is an absolutely fantastic barrel. I like these barrels so much that this is my third. There's a few reasons why I like these barrels. One in particular reason why I like the Hanson series barrels, and that has to really do with the gas block. So we'll take a close look here. All right, as you can see, it's got a low profile gas block. All right, that's been installed, but it has been drilled so you can install a little roll pin. It comes in the package. Okay, so in my opinion, I think that this is a critical step, something that I look for in my AR builds, because this is going to ensure that, one, my gas block is properly aligned. Okay, so they'll do that basically from the factory for you, and that it's not going to move because we got that pin in there. A real prominent failure for a lot of builds is that this gas block can come loose and it can move, it can slide forward or move or what have you, and it'll stop cycling. As this barrel heats up, our little set screws here, sometimes those bad boys can back themselves out, and that is why they will fail. So there's other things you can do. You can get a barrel that's dimpled. It'll help orient the gas block, but it doesn't stop the chance of those backing out or the gas block actually coming loose and moving around on you. So I prefer the pinning. It's just my preferred method, and it's going to ensure 100% reliability, at least when it comes to the gas block itself. So every Ballistic Advantage barrel comes with the gas block and drilled and ready to go. So basically, when you install this, you go and install your barrel, you'll go ahead and remove the set screws, and you'll take this gas block off, go ahead and barrel your upper receiver, put your gas block on, orient it, and then drive your roll pin in, and you're good to go. And that is great. So now a little tip, you can actually, if you go to Ballistic Advantage website, you can actually order any barrel and have it pinned to the barrel if you want that. You just have to pay the premium. It's like $40, but really it's worth the money, because you're going to spend at least $20, maybe $30 or $40 on the gas block. Might as well get it pinned to your barrel. If you buy a Ballistic Advantage barrel that's not a Hanson barrel from another manufacturer, from another store, it may not be pinned. So just keep that in mind. The only way you can get the pinning service is through Ballistic Advantage. So outside of that, we've got with their Performance Series, you're going to get their 5.56 NATO. If you get the Premium Series, you're going to get the 223 Wild, and the Performance Series are going to be your 4150 Chrome Moly Vanadium steel, which is your mil-spec steel, and that's going to be your more durable steel. The 223 Wild chambering typically is a little bit more accurate. All right, but if you got a rifle maybe that you're going to run a little bit heavier, I would recommend going with the 4150 and going with the 5.56 chambering over the 223. Either one of those chambers will run. But it does have a recessed target crown. Now, I don't know how important that is if you're going to have a muzzle device on it, but I know if you get the modern series barrels, that they do not have that recessed target crown. So it has a QPQ finish on it, which is not a coating. All right, it is actually a finish, and it just basically just changes the molecular structure of the metal, and it's really corrosive resistant. So that's really great. So these things will stand up to all different types of weather conditions, and you don't have to worry about these things rusting up on you or having some problems there. The barrel extension does have N4 feed ramps, although that's not all that necessary, but it does have them. And the extension itself has the nickel boron coating on it, which I thought that these were fail zero nickel boron. I don't know if that means that they do it for them, but I thought I had seen that somewhere. Somebody may confirm that. But this is one of the areas that when you're cleaning your rifle, you get a lot of carbon in there, and it's just a pain in the butt to clean. So this nickel boron will certainly make life a little bit easier. Now this is a coating, so unlike the QPQ nitride here, this over time can potentially fail on you. So just something to note. And the last thing I would mention, at least about the design of the barrel, is if you notice here, this has a unique design. It almost looks like a lightweight barrel, and to some extent that it is. But you can see that the barrel is uniform before the gas block and behind the gas block. On top of that design, you see here they've got what they call a shoulderless design. So if you look up around the gas block journal, this would be this area up here, there's no flat surfaces. Same thing on the back side. And the thought is that the percussive blast, as it travels down the barrel, it has less flat surfaces, so it reduces the felt recoil. Now I know it's 5.56, it's not going to be a lot, but that's the thought, is you get a little bit better feel of the recoil with this particular barrel design. So the best part is that they just run. They are reliable barrels. Chrome moly steel, QPQ nitride, nickel boron extension, pin gas block, light profile, just a very accurate barrel. You know, if you're going to ask me, well, hey, I'm going to build an AR, what barrel would you recommend? Yeah, this is it. This would be the barrel that I would recommend to you. Really, you should be able to find these barrels close to $200. If you look really hard, you can find deals well below $200. And every time that I think I've picked one of these up, I've been able to get them for around $170. I got this one from Primary Arms for 170 bucks. Now I do get a military discount, veteran discount, so I don't know if that was part of that. It's possible, but yeah, that's a heck of a deal, and that does include the pin gas block. It's really hard to beat. Of course, if you want to look at any of the other barrel profiles, they do have the 6.25 journal instead of the 0.750. So a little bit less material, a little lighter weight barrel profile. They've got some shorter barrels. I think this is the longest in the Hanson on the 5.56. And of course, you can jump over to the premium, get your 416R stainless, get your 223 wild if you want to do that as well. Okay. And you can also get the 416R QPQ treated as well if you want that. So they do offer both of those. And especially if you're doing like an Aero build, you can buy Aero Precision's barrels, which I believe Ballistic Advantage makes their barrels for them, but you can't get the pin gas block directly from Aero. So at least on their website, they don't offer that service. So anyway, there you go. That's about all I got. Really awesome barrel. I can't be happier with these barrels, and one thing that'll get me excited is a new rifle barrel for a new build. So that's all I got. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel, and you have an awesome day.